it keeps resetting the sound outputs, and I have very to say convoluted system is an understatement, and I'm going to do a video on it just to prove the fact at a later date. But yes, let's choose a carrier spawn.
Alright, I'm on the carrier right now already.
Evening, gents.
Oh, you're very
quiet. I am very quiet.
Oh, sorry, no, Bill is very quiet.
Oh.
Right, now I do also have to do some minor mapping.
Roger.
Oh, now something's stuck.
So what thing's going to be mapping?
Pitch, roll.
Okay.
Minor things. I was hoping that I'd get a chance to sort that out, but the boys went down slightly later than anticipated.
And also, by the way, you have to remove the chocks before you start taxiing.
Oh, okay,
just
that's the same as the M2000.
Yes, because this is a cold start.
That's good. I don't mind cold starts at all.
If you wanted to cheat, there's an auto start if you just hold the Windows key and hit home.
Yeah, I know, but I can't do anything even without pitching yours and all those lovely things. So bear with me. I mean, feel free if you wanna get up in the air and fly around a little bit, and I'll catch up. As I say.
No, I'll wait.
I'll remind you that you said that when you're sitting there saying, apparently Angel's a little bit loud. That's probably because this is the first time I've actually used this Discord setup. So if I pull that slider down a bit, give that a shot. So if you could give me a test 1, 2, Angel.
1, 2, check 1, 2.
Okay. Oh, and apparently Fat got his brand new, very expensive rudders today.
You bought rudder pedals?
We're not talking to Fat. He bought a somewhat expensive one.
Alright, so I already set up a TACAN on this and ILCS to help guide it on carrier landings and battle.
Cool.
If you want to attempt it.
Oh yeah. There's just an absolute shed ton of stuff that I have to both map and unmap, otherwise.
Right.
Because it just tries to map everything to everything by default.
Pretty much all the buttons inside of this cockpit you don't really need to touch. Just to let you know.
What's the funny?
The only to start up this, you probably only need a total of the total click or use of buttons is probably a total of I'd say 25, 30 buttons at least to flick and switch. Not many. For me, it's not many, but maybe for you, it might be many.
Some of us haven't.
Might be even less be 25.
Some of us haven't got very high mental capacity. If it would just pick all this stuff up from the general settings, it would be
right.
Bill, certainly. Sorry, you were incredibly quiet when you transmitted earlier on. I don't know if you've made any adjustments. You might, if you don't believe you have made any adjustments, then you might want to have a look in your sound settings to see if Windows has kindly reset your mic volume to something stupidly low.
Okay, are you getting me now?
We are, but it's really quiet, and I've got
Do you
you
have-
boosted to 130%.
I have him up. I have him at 123. Sounds perfectly fine for me.
Really?
So you're getting me okay, Angels?
Yes, I'm getting it okay. Like 125 is what I have you set at for user volume.
So Lexor
Okay.
got me set differently?
It's not impossible that I've got someone playing silliness with my machine. So as long as the stream is hearing you okay, I can hear you okay now. So that should be.
Okay, here's a test check. Can your stream, can Lexor's stream confirm that I'm coming across okay?
I think Fat has given that the green light. Okay.
Oh,
Cheers, Fat.
okay. Because it's actually a bit quiet in my ears, so I've got to work on that from my point of view.
How long will it take for you to map everything?
Hey, get in there, get in there.
All right.
You're dealing with someone with a fairly slow brain at times. So
We all gonna have slow brains at times.
yeah, unfortunately, my times is most of the time.
Yeah.
You could have, feel free to disagree on that one, but okay.
Waves are a bit choppy.
Well, I'm hoping not to be affected by the waves too much, because if I am, I'm probably flying too low.
No, the waves should be fine when taking off and landing. There's nothing to be worried. When you have the 10 to 20-foot waves, there might be a problem with a crosswind say 70 knots. And you probably want to go land at a runway instead of a floating city.
Right. I want gear. Now, is the F-18 dopey in the same way that the F-16 is dopey?
What do
Where
you
they
mean
decide
by dopey?
gear or undercarriage, but they call it LG.
No, if you hover over the landing gear, it should be so if you see the canopy jettison lever on your left side, and then right below it, that red thing, it should be your gear. If you hover it, it's just landing gear control handle. That's what the name of it is. So there should be nothing really dopey with this.
No, I was messed up completely last night. I could not find the gear mapping for love and the money until I hovered over it, and it's like LG lever. It's like, well,
Alright. No,
they're
this is just
standards. They're
this is
called
just
standards for a reason.
What's landing gear, isn't it?
Yeah, but when I hadn't thought of landing gear to search as LG as a term, so I couldn't find the mapping anywhere.
yeah. If you just type in landing, you should find all the
Yeah,
mapping.
I've got that one for the F-18. I'm just checking flaps now. Do I need to worry about flaps?
You shouldn't really, because it's pretty. You can see it pretty easily. It's on your by your left kneecap, right by the landing gear level or lever. You can see the flaps. You can set it to full, half, and auto.
Okay, yeah, but that's another complication of having to take my hand off the stick to use the mouse. Okay, I think.
You all good?
Oh, hang on.
All right.
Almost. There was two mappings that I missed. That'll be quick to sort.
All right.
I'm just having a little look at my sound settings so that I can hear myself a bit louder, but I'll be back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. Now
You good?
let me see if I can at least work out some of this. So we've got to arm the ejection seat and then turn the battery on.
Yeah, battery's on. And at
Left
that point, you
generator.
can. No, don't mess with those. Don't mess with.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Next thing you want to do is go over to APU, which is on your left side of your left side. Right. If you look at your throttle quadrant, you can see APU. There should be like a green button or a green light next to it. APU. Switch that on.
I do not have a green light next to it. I can see a green lamp, but it's not. So let's turn
Say,
it on.
but not a green light. Just turn that APU on. And once you have a green light, or once the green lamp is light, you can go ahead and right click. Right below it, you'll see the engine crank. You could start
Yep.
spooling up the right engine.
Does it have to be the right engine?
Doesn't really necessarily have to, but
Okay.
just for simulation sakes. And then I don't know if you keybind this, but the normal keybind or the default is right shift and home to give fuel to the right engine.
Okay. Is that a switch on the or is that do you have to do that purely by keybind?
You have to do it by keybind, I believe.
All right. That's like the starter in the Huey. Sorry. That was right shift and home.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Then you should hear the engine start to spool up.
Oh, hang on. I started the left engine first, so that's going to be
Alt and home. Right alt and home. Right
okay.
alt
So
and home is
that's
for the left engine.
okay. So it's a bit like taking the throttle out of the idle indent for
Yep,
the 80.
that's just pretty much idling the engine, or setting its idle, I should say.
Okay, so there's probably an idle mapping then. That might be easier for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, the next, if you want to, if you go to your right, you can turn on the lights. It will show console. In fact, let me okay, consoles, instant panel, flood. It's on your right side of your If you see the armed ejection seat, just a little bit down of that into in the middle. You see a whole bunch of knobs in the center.
Yep.
So you can turn on the lights.
Okay, I got you. Yep.
Okay, the next thing is, do you see the DDIs, the knobs right above them? Turn that to day.
What?
The left and right DDIs, or the display panels.
Okay, yep, I got you.
And then if you see the number pad and go look down of that, you see
Yeah.
BRT. Crank that all the way up. That'll be your.
Okay, yeah, it's slightly skewy.
All right. Now, if you go look at your lower display panel in the low center of your cockpit,
Yep.
right above the DDI, you see turn that up to.
Yep.
Now, if you look to your right, you can find the radar, which is if you see the manual override handle, just a
Yep.
little bit down to the right, you can see the radar. Turn that to operational, and the INS to CV.
INS to CV, Roger.
All right. Now, if you look all the way left, if you see all the way like far back by the cockpit, furthest left, you'll see an OBOGS.
Yep.
And OxyFlow. Turn that on. The OxyFlow
Okay.
should already be on, but the
Yeah,
OBOGS
that's
is
right.
off.
Yeah.
Got that? All right. All right. So now, at the bottom right screen here, not the DDI, but towards where the battery was, you should have a flight control lamp lighted and a right generator light. So to get rid of it should be in yellow text.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
So to clear the FCES, if you look left, So if you go to your throttle quadrant and look down, and see this red what do you call it here? Red
Like the
guard here,
safety.
and
Yep.
right next to it, and see the reset button. Just click that, and it should reset it,
Roger that. Reset.
and it should be extinguished. And
Yep,
once that, you can crank the right engine, or in my case, the left engine.
Sure.
For you, you would use Shift and Home to start up the left or the
Yeah,
right engine.
I think I've got the idle indents mapped now, so I can control that through the throttle.
Roger. All right.
The less I have to refer back to the keyboard, the easier.
Yeah. Then once it hits like, if you look at the RPM, I think that's RPMs. Yep. If the RPMs, you can turn give fuel to the engines when the RPMs hit 18 or 20. Doesn't matter.
Which one is the RPM?
If you look
Just trying to find it.
right below your left display panel,
Okay, yeah, I got
you
you.
see the.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, now that's done. If you want to stop the flashing on the bit failures on your right DDI, you just hit the stop. If you see that button, it should be on the
done.
DDI.
Yep.
Okay, now once you've done that, you can. Let me think here. Okay. Okay, you can raise the flaps to half because we're not carrying anything right now.
Roger that.
Once you do that, let me look here. Okay, now if you see where you resetted the FCES, if you look a little bit above that, you see the rudder trim. And that's right on top of the knob.
Oh yeah, okay.
That will set your takeoff trim.
So is that a single click to push
Just a
it down?
single click. Just single click.
Okay.
And don't be alarmed that your APU shuts off. That turns off automatically.
Okay, cool.
Now you can go ahead and close the canopy. If you want to do that manually, if you go to your look, right, it should be by the frame. You should say canopy, and you should see a little lever. You just hold it until the canopy is fully locked,
Oh yeah, let's see it.
and make sure
I
to
can
hold it
see
as
the
well.
label.
Look a little bit left to where
yeah.
it says. There you
Yeah,
go.
I see where it is. It's a slightly awkward
You just have to hold it.
position, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I
Now that's.
if I had VR, then I would have been.
All right, now if you. Okay, now you see where it says. Okay, if you see the battery, and you see right below it that knob, and then right below it to the right, you're gonna
So it's-
rotate that to the right where it says bleed air.
Okay.
That knob.
So
You're gonna rotate that to the right 360 degrees.
okay, so then it beeped at the end of it.
Yep.
Okay, it's done.
I believe you are all set, and I'll show you how to hook up to the cat shot.
Okay, I just need to make
Make
a
sure-
minor adjustment to one of my mappings because I
Okay.
noise on my thumbstick, and that's going to mess me
Alright.
up.
Make sure to remove the wheel chocks as well.
Fat's asking about the INS alignment. I know we said it earlier on. Do we have to do anything else to it?
Which one? The INS?
Yeah. So we
Nope.
set it to CH or whatever it was, or
The
CM.
CV.
Yeah, close enough.
Now, if you're on an airport or at on land, you'd set that to ground. But since we're on a carrier, set that to carrier. So once you have your chocks removed, oh, I see you found the landing light or the taxi light as well.
Lights are first priority. What's the point of having lights if you don't turn them on?
Right.
Now what did I need to do? Sorry, you said to do something and I've now forgotten.
Get rid of the chocks.
That's it. bollocks. No, I don't want to repair.
Okay, now, if you see where that flaps were, you see the yellow lever where it says park? The yellow.
Flaps. That's landing gear.
And it should be like a yellow kind of thing.
Okay,
Sticking. Just right click on that until you can see where it says emerge. And once that is done, if you just click S on the keyboard to activate the nose wheel high steer.
Okay, yeah.
Alright. So then you can slowly taxi to catch
Where
shot.
just for reference
Mhm.
point, where on the dash of what would I be looking to show that I've got nose wheel steering switched on? Is
Okay,
there
on
not-
the HUD,
'cause-
do you see where
Oh,
NWS
gotcha.
is?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so
If
that's
you
similar
just
to
click
the-
S, and if there's if there's an HI next to it, then your nose wheel should be on high, on the high setting, I should say. So then you're good to taxi.
Okay, and does S switch it off as well, or is that Shift S to turn
No,
it off?
I think it might be Shift. It might be Shift S. Let me check. Nope. You're not gonna. Once you hook up to the catch shot, you really don't need it at that any time.
Apart from when you're landing, but okay, so, yeah, okay. Because I suppose if you catch the cable, then it just keeps you straight anyway.
Yep. Or so if you can slowly taxi to the catch shot next to me, and you want to stop like.
Okay.
As soon as you see it disappear, and like maybe 3 seconds after you see it disappear over the nose of the aircraft, you want to stop. So pretty much just see where I am, and just stop.
Oh, it didn't make me brakes. Oh dear. Hang on.
There should be one right next to me, a catch shot. You can see the, what do you want to?
Hang on. 1 second. Right now, a catch.
If you look to my,
So-
if you see the hook up to my left,
Oh, okay, I see it.
you see it. So go ahead and line up with that.
And you're
Just go
saying that I need it just under my nose.
Yep. And I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay.
Just come in there slow. Keep it going, keep it going. Keep going. Keep it going. A little bit more.
Yeah, I'm still
Perfect.
getting used to. Oh, to stop here.
Yep, that right there. Now, if you right, so if you see the flap lever, right left to it, see the launch bar. You're gonna set that to extend.
Roger.
There you go. And now to hook up with the cat shot, hit U on the keyboard. That'll be the default. Your plane should roll up a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah.
There you go. Now, if you, okay, let me see here. So if you see the battery, and then you see the arrow that's pointing up, if you look a little bit above that, you see the arrow pointing up. You want to.
For anyone
Okay.
that might be
Right-click
watching
on
on
that,
my stream,
And then once your wings start to
which I don't
unfold,
think there is anyone,
you're gonna hit O on the keyboard to lock that.
I don't think you can put in the chat on Facebook.
Did you hit the right thing, or did you hit the hook?
No, I didn't hit the hook. That's so it's at the sort of at the 2 o'clock position. So I've got fold, hold.
Keep it going all the way down to spread. So click it one more
Gotcha.
time.
Yeah, okay,
There
I
you
see.
go.
Question in chat from Fat. Don't we have to turn it from CV to nav at some point in the INS line?
Once you take off, you will.
Right, okay.
Now hit O on the keyboard to lock that, the wings.
Okay, that's okay. So that just pushes that in. Okay.
Yep. And at this point, you're good for takeoff. So you're just gonna full on military power afterburner it.
All right. I'll follow you up, sort of.
Roger.
Okay, ladies and gents, time to hold on to your pants. Do I
You
have?
got it?
Oh yeah, I got it.
There you go.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Now, Sally, this is where I have to go. So at least I taught you.
You throw me into the air, and it's like, right, land yourself, sunshine. No, that's awesome. Thank you very much for spending the time. That's been very kind of you.
Oh yeah. All right. Take care.
And you too, mate. Okay, so we're in the air with an F-18. Got absolutely no idea what to do with it. Yes. Well, surely if I had remembered my logs, I would have fallen off the end as well, because there's no point loading up with logs if you're not going to fall off. I thought that was particularly kind of JC to clip that one for me. Thank you. All right, let's see where we are. Okay, right now the chances of me landing this thing back on the carrier are pretty slim. Did you manage to get your audio going okay?
It might be loud now.
That sounds fine for me. There's a small
Okay, I was speaking more quietly just to make sure. Yeah, you will get a bit of a hum. I've got 10 boost on it.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to see if there's a way I can use a button on something to pause track IR. I can probably set it up, but I don't think I can have more than one button that does it. Because what I want to do, when I'm looking around the cockpit, if I'm clicking on it, I've only got to move my head fractionally, and I kind of lose it. So if I can find a way of just pausing it only whilst I've got the button pressed, that would allow me to look at something, pause it so that I can click it or move around it without losing it. But I don't think I'll bother too much with that. It seems to be alright. I can get by with it anyway. I've just started my engine.
Okay. I thought I'd take advantage, if you hadn't tweaked that already, of the free month of modules.
Yeah, figured.
So I was. There's a couple that I wanted to look at, but I was goaded into trying out the F-18.
Well, for me, I'd probably just look at the 109 and the 190 if I looked at either, but I'd probably do that when I'm not streaming, because that's going to be like quite a learning curve.
Yeah. Or even, I mean, the Harrier is fun to fly. It's a nice, fun module for something that's completely different from the.
It's so different, there'd be so many mappings, it'd drive me bananas just setting it up.
I think what I tend to do now is you do the bare minimum to get you in the air, and then sort of add the mappings in as and when you decide to investigate a particular thing.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't want to be doing that remapping whilst you're flying.
As long as you got the pitch hold in the Harrier, that's fine. get yourself a level, press the button, and it just sits there and flies level for as long as you got fuel.
There's not a button like that.
But not very long.
Not a button like that for the spit, though, is there?
Yeah.
You fly a spit or you don't fly a spit.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll taxi and take off. I'm not asking permissions or anything. Has the server been behaving itself?
Very stable.
Good.
Yes, Scimitar in chat has now said we've jinxed the server by saying
Well, I was thinking the same thing. You do, don't you?
the game. Once again, the game sounds for me feel incredibly quiet. Even outside. Oh, it's because I've got the volume turned down. That's what better. Now I feel like I'm in an F-18. Yep, that was a supersonic pass of the ATC of the carrier.
I didn't hear a boom.
I'm down quite a way away. Of the carrier, that is.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Now, if I could find my fuel gauge.
I'm going to concentrate on taking off right now.
Roger that.
Didn't catch that.
Oh, where is that? I might need to restart server.
Restart the server. You've gone quiet. Well, it's just that my engine noise is probably overpowering you now. You were loud before. Hold on. Right, I've put your volume right up now on Discord. That seemed better. Quite a bassy mic though, isn't it, that? So it doesn't cut through so well. Unless you can adjust the top end on your mic as you input.
Well, I do actually have it EQ'd. So I do have bass. I was trying to knock out some of the I suppose I could bring it in the middle a little bit.
I'm getting some freezes at the moment. Yeah, I think the whole thing changes for me as soon as I'm in the air and the engine's running. Everything changes. I start to lose your voice. I've got a big freeze.
Yeah, sorry, that was my fault. I clicked the wrong button. I was going to cancel so I could talk to you. No, I made a mistake. Hang on a minute. No, that didn't do it. I'm going to have to do it again. Hang on. Right, now I'll do it. Yeah, sorry, that was my mistake. What I was going to say was the map we were on was one that Angel modified to put in a carrier for the F-18s.
Oh, right. Okay.
But what happened was I thought I was going to change it back to my copy of the map, which has got a couple of extra aircraft in it. But instead of clicking cancel, I then hit OK, and it reloaded the same map, so that didn't help at all anyway. So I've just restarted it again. So you won't have to disconnect. It should have just restarted with a different map.
Okay, so I'll just go and select my aircraft. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure it's actually taking me in. The activity light's been flashing and I'm still looking at an aerodrome below me, but from third person type air drone look view. I don't know. I don't know why.
According to this, you are in the server.
Yeah, I'm in the server and I've gone to briefing, and I think I've been to fly. I can't remember what bits I've
No.
clicked now.
Do select roll instead off of the escape menu.
Okay. Because I've just come in, but obviously something hasn't picked up.
Mm.
I was seeing cars driving around the aerodrome then. That's a bit of a surprise. A couple of cars on the roads on the aerodrome. I've gone in, I'm clicking fly. Ah, now it's gone in properly.
Okay, good.
The button I was considering using to pause track IR. Now that I'm sitting in the cockpit, there's no noise because I haven't started the engine. I'm pressing that button, and I can hear a faint clunk each time I press it. So I don't know what it's doing. I can't see anything moving.
If you go into the mapping screen and just press that button, it will snap to the mapping.
Ah, okay, I'll give that a try. The safety lever. I don't know if I mapped it intentionally or what. And now that I know what it is, I can. I don't know if I can. There's not a thing to pause track IR, so I don't know that I can actually do it. Do you have to sign up in some way to try different aircraft that are currently free to try?
Was I pressing the wrong button?
I'm guessing so if you were speaking.
Sorry. Yeah.
And I've sussed it. That's alright. I realise I've got to download the module, haven't I, first?
Yeah.
Before I can select it on the ROM.
And that's on the cog at the top before you join a server or anything.
Okay. I'll exit this for a minute.
Okay.
Just want to sit in a 109 or a 190 just to see.
Yeah. They should be fairly light on the download front, maybe 500 meg to a gig.
Okay. Oh, I went to the wrong place. Can't I just scroll through them at the bottom?
Sorry?
It's right, hold on. No, so how do I get to them to get the module?
Okay, so when you come out the server all the way back to the DCS main screen,
Yeah.
if you look at the cog at the top, you should have the cog and it'll have like 24 on it.
No. You don't mean the cog, do you? You mean the square grid to the left of it?
Can't remember. Yeah, maybe.
Because
maybe
there's no thing. Yeah, so it's a grid.
Yeah, so if there's a 24 on it, basically that's the one.
So it's 36 on it. So I don't quite understand that. If you've only got 24, how come I've got 36? Don't know.
Because I've got a handful of aircraft. It includes all the ones that are included in the.
Oh, so that 36 is
Paper clips.
available to buy or whatever. So you got less available because you've already got them. Okay.
Yeah.
Evening, JC.
Yeah, Josie.
I don't think he's got his ears on yet.
Hell, if I pull the mic boom down, wouldn't it? Hey, you guys.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, not doing too bad, thanks. You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
All the modules are ticked. Do I need to untick everything and then just get the one I want?
Well, there's a single button.
Yeah,
at
I
the top
got
of
that.
it
Clear.
that says clear, and it'll take him.
Yeah, I got that. So now I'll tick the 109 just to see. I'm not going to really use it. And if I do, I'm afraid of liking it because then I'll have to buy it. It's about a third of a gig.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be massive. Well, that's a nice slow pass, isn't it? Shit. Oh. No, the brakes are fine. I just came in way too far.
A little bit too quick.
Yeah, that was just shy of 280, and I should have been about 180, if that. Well, what 200 maybe, 230, and I might have been all right. All right, let's try that again. So, have you been tempted by anything, John? JC? Sorry, blown your cover again.
I don't mind.
Of course, if I want to even look at this, I mean, I'm sitting in this 109, but if I even think about looking at it, oh, I've got an iron cross as well. If I want to even think about looking at it, I've got to map everything. That's going to take 1,000,000 years at least.
You don't have to map everything. You could just map pitch, roll, yaw, gear, flaps. That should be enough. You could probably do the rest in the from the mouse.
Yeah, well, to a degree.
Assuming it's not a two-finger, as long as it's not a two-finger starter like the Spitfire, in which case you might need to map a couple of extras.
I don't even know how to turn the lights on. The panel lights. Assuming that there are panel lights, I don't even know if I need them. I mean, that's my usual process for Spitfire. I'll map a few axes and see if I'll start it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, map a couple, then do cheat mode.
Yeah, I could do.
Fact saying that the 109 has got quite a different start-up in that it's quite odd.
Yeah, I think I've seen that somewhere else as well. I've got no idea what to do here. So I think I'll just jump out of it. Because apart from mapping the stuff, you've then got to know how to use that mapping. Even to jump out the aircraft, I've got to lean forward and push F2. When I'm on my joystick, I just push.
Hit the Windows key home, and that'll at least start the engine once you've done your basic mapping. If all you want to do is see what it's like to fly,
I don't think I'm going to go that far.
It came down nice and quick though, from a download point of view.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, it's easier to fly than a spit.
Well, once the spit's up, what's that phrase that the lady made?
Yeah.
She's a lady in the air, but
Yeah.
she's a bitch on the ground. When you do the auto start, does it play it for you slowly whilst it happens? So you can hopefully just look at stuff to see what's being pushed and pulled and twisted.
Apparently, yes. I've never actually. I've seen it run once, but yeah, it does sort of give you an idea of what's going on whilst it's doing.
What is it? Control Enter.
Windows key and home.
See, I didn't even get that right. I don't mind not getting that right because the computer's not getting it right either. Nothing's happening. Nope, it's not doing out. This is starting to use up way more time than I want it to. So I was,
yeah, left Windows key if in case you got more than one, and home, and it should start it.
well, it doesn't know that it should, but I'll give it another try.
Assuming it doesn't sit there doing things that you can't see to begin.
No, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Nothing seems to be moving. Now I'm going to spawn out and spawn in again and see if, because I clicked a couple of things, so I might have clicked the never start this aircraft button or something.
Yeah. Yeah, if something's not in the right state prior to it starting.
Yeah. Okay, I've spawned back in. I'll see if it starts. Nope. I think it's time to jump out of this aircraft and get into one that I can fly, such as a Spit.
I managed to all but one click start the M2000 last. I did have to refer to Grim Reaper's guides to get it actually started. But if I'd have, I saw the button that I needed to click. I just didn't click it, and if I had, then the engine would have started, and I'd have done it pretty much, well, without any guide. It didn't necessarily fare well once I got it in the air, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why this isn't starting, but I'm using left Windows key and home. It is left Windows and home, right?
Yep, apparently. Well, you should, if you go into the mapping screen and look at the, if you do a search for cheap, it should show you what the mapping is. There's a cheat category, isn't there? In fact, no, it's just in the, if you do a drop down in the categories and choose cheat, I think it's listed in that section.
I'm doing good.
This has it as right window home. Okay, I'll try that. I'll have to remap it. I haven't got a right window.
Yeah, just remap it to the left window.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to hold my rudder pedal, right rudder pedal forward so that it brings the throttle back. Because that's how unmapped it is. At the moment, if I let my rudder pedal go, the throttle ends up at about 50%.
Yeah, that's because it tries to map. It maps everything, all
Yeah,
the primary axes it can find. It maps
Yeah.
those to all of the primary axes.
but if I can get the engine running whilst it's like this, I'll then go into controls and see about mapping the other stuff. But I've got to remap that one first. I can hear the engine being primed, but I can't see anything moving.
On the starter. Copy.
Inertial starter is winding up.
Clear.
I broke it.
Copy. Clear.
Are you on the airstrip at the moment?
I'm in a parking area.
Okay, right.
Engine is running. Basic axes are mapped.
Yeah, you're in the 109, aren't you? Sorry.
Yeah. I'll see if I can taxi a little bit. Should be easy.
I'm coming up on finals to the same end of the runway where you are. I can fly off now that I've actually found the runway because I've missed it 3 times. Or you can wait for me to crash, whichever you prefer.
Don't worry, I ain't going very. Look, how do I get the map? Oh, it's F10, isn't it? Oh, I can see where I am anyway.
Code 1-1. Murdoch, clear to taxi to runway 26.
Any tips on taking off on in a 109?
At the moment, I'm not sure because I've got too much lift and I'm just skating along.
Yeah.
I just accidentally performed what I can only describe as my first ever touch and go, and
It
it was
was a
quite.
good. It was a good touch and go as well.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to make a copy of the track for that. I might have to record that. I can't believe how stable it is, though. You sit it in a flare and it just sits there.
So now my F10 has stopped working. I can't see the map. I must be missing a trick. It was just now I hit F10, it took me to the map. Right now it doesn't.
You've not got control held, have you? If you're pressing it whilst you're pushed to talk.
Nah, trying it without that. I have to go without the map. I think I've got to go across a taxiway and continue to the runway. I think, if I've got it right in my head.
wasn't a bad landing. The question is, can I stop in time? We have a drone shoot.
Nope.
No, power up.
No, you ain't got enough for me to do that. I'll have it. Oh, you jamming it.
See, planes, easy in it. The bigger issue might be the fact that I do so many passes on the runway that I run out of petrol before I can land. Uh-oh, who's that? Right, I'm gonna have to map my air. Assuming there is an air brake, I thought I remembered the F-16 having an air brake.
Am I clear to go onto the runway?
Oh yeah, more than clear.
I've got to map something to my gear first before I actually take off. My taxiing isn't a pretty sight. I'm just getting onto the runway.
Roger that.
I don't know if I need takeoff flaps for this or not. Do you use takeoff flaps? I assume we do.
I don't know. I don't even normally fly that one in War Thunder.
But I definitely need to map something to gear up.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Roger that, JC.
Mazda. Colt 1-1. Abort takeoff. Taxi to parking area.
Is anyone wanting to take off?
No, you should be clear. If that's you at the end of the runway, that's your kilo, I think.
Okay,
It's
well I
only-
can't.
It's only the three of us.
I can't sort out flaps or anything, so I'll just see how bad I crash this. I can't imagine taking off in it. Just holding it straight, I think, is going to be a big job. Well, it's nice when something goes to plan. Doesn't seem to respond much in all sorts of ways. Maybe it's to do with curves or something.
Well, sorry, I was speaking on my stream there wrongly. I guess that would match what Fat was saying, that it's very easy to fly, easier so than the Spitfire.
Not easy to take off.
Hang on.
I was actually being sarcastic, I suppose. I should add earlier on when I said something about when it goes to plan. It only went to plan in as much as I thought I was going to crash. Right, I'm starting it up again, but it's a long taxi. Hell of a long taxi. I think after this, I think it's time for me to jump out.
Okay.
Jump out of this aircraft, I mean.
All right. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I thought it was a bit early.
The inertial starter is winding up.
Clear.
I have control.
Colt 1-1. Mazda, clear to taxi to runway 26.
I see you got it to slow down far enough to get
Yeah.
onto a taxiway this time.
Well, that's you don't want to overuse the taxiways, I find. Sorry, go ahead.
I might overuse it. I might use it to take off rather than find my way to the runway. So look out if you're on a taxiway.
At the other end of the airfield. having found the mapping for the air brake and worked out that the air brake is variable, it's not like an on-off, I was able to bring myself down to a very respectable speed and not a bad landing at all. I think that surpasses all my landings and all the other aircraft so far.
Well, I'm airborne. Got no trim, of course. It's pretty awful. I'm reasonably happy that I managed to get up on the second attempt, even if it was from the taxiway.
Any takeoff is reasonable. Okay, that wasn't the right one.
I can't imagine landing. Oh, my engine's quitting.
Not over revving.
Could
I thought
be.
there was something that Fat was saying earlier on was that there's lots of automaticness on that, automatic radiators and that sort of thing, but perhaps it's just over revved.
I don't know. I'm coming in, but I've got no idea how fast I'm going. I'm coming in on the runway.
Okay, I'm over at Beslin now, so you're more than clear.
Get out. Well, I got 2 greens. Got no flaps because I've got nothing mapped for them.
It's looking alright.
Engine's just quit.
That was alright.
I'm not finished yet. My engine quit just as I touched down. Well, I'm pretty amazed that I actually got down. I'm very surprised about that. My engine's ticking over, but it's not really running. At least I don't think it is.
There's a switch. Fat saying in chat. There's a switch that controls the auto governor. That if you don't switch it, your engine blows up. So I think that's that proof.
Ah, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Though, if you went through the auto startup, it would have done that.
Don't know.
Unless that is just to start it rather than
It is just to start it, yeah, rather than maintain it. So I think I'm going to jump out of this. At least I got that on the stream that I managed to take off in it in the second attempt and landed it as the engine cut out on me. So I'm reasonably happy with that. And I was actually straighter on my landing because of toe brakes. Straighter on the landing than I would have been with a spit. I suppose I could get repaired. That might be worth doing that.
there's that one. No, why does it why does it keep twisting my mirrors out? Ah, that's better.
Request repair.
I'm getting repaired. I'm sitting on the runway, but I'm getting repaired.
Okay.
Am I going to be in the way?
No, I'm over at Beslan at the moment. You've got loads of room.
So, where's this switch, Fat? I don't know if Fat got that earlier, but I'm just wondering where this switch is that I have to ensure so the engine doesn't get blown up.
Sorry, no, you might not have. You might not have caught that. I think he might have been able to hear it. I don't know if he did hear it. I think a couple of weeks ago I was watching Shifty Mover. He flew something German. Is it somewhere near the middle? Apparently, it's hard to see.
I think it's left knee in it.
I'm seeing like a clip type thing that seems to be holding. I've got nothing mapped. I've got to try and lean in. I'm seeing something.
If you mouse over near it, you should start getting the tooltips.
MK108. MK108/R21. That's what that button says.
No, I'd imagine the tooltip would mention governor, automatic governor.
So it's, oh yeah, I forgot you said it's also a governor. Right, let's have a look.
Did you get that, Bill? Right, Fat said it's under the throttle. It's a little black switch and it's got flipped backwards.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I missed that in chat. I was hunting for see if my jet had.
I can't actually see it. I've got the pilot in situ. So I'll have to map something for it. So do I want governor automation off or toggle or what?
I'd imagine toggle because you'd be toggling
Okay.
between on and off.
Okay.
Fat says if there's an option for on, you just want to turn it on.
Turn it on. Okay. Let's see if I can find a button that it is happy to accept.
Oh, Beslan doesn't have a bloody VHF rating frequency. Sorry, wrong button.
So once I'm airborne, I need to turn the governor on, right? Say once I'm airborne, I mean if I'm airborne. I'm going to go for it. Oh, it didn't auto start. Why didn't it auto start?
Fat says before you start, switch the governor on.
Oh, okay. I don't know if there's an indication that says it's on. I can't see a switch. Oh no, I can't. I won't be able to see the switch.
part of you wouldn't have heard that because I just spoke to basically Fat. Fat was saying, did you want a shout for going through startup because he's familiar with the startups?
No, I'm about to fold on this because I can't, unless I take the pilot out, I won't be able to see that whether that switch is working or not. So I'm not going to spend any more than a couple of minutes in this. I might just see if I can take off. If the engine blows up, I don't care. First of all, I've got to start it. Right, it's running. Thanks for the offer there, Fat. I won't take you up on that at this time because I'll see if I can take off, and that's it. I've had two of 50% success rate at taking off. I want to improve on that on this occasion if I can. Magneto's on. Engines turning and running.
I see Jax has just joined.
Yeah, I saw Jax earlier. Okay, I'm going.
Code 1-1. Murdoch, clear to taxi to runway 26.
Right, I think I just blew the engine up again. I could try a grass landing. The engine didn't seem to last as long that time as it did the previous. Gear down.
Yeah, in fact, I was saying you've got a limited time at full throttle. You need to back the throttle off after you take off and get above around 250 kilometers an hour.
Oh, come off it. I can't even see my speedo. Right, I'm jumping. Right, the name of this aircraft begins with an S, and it's not a Sopwith Camel. Right, I'm going to sit here, let the engine warm up, and get myself something to drink.